I have a concept I like to call word search syndrome. Whenever I do a word search, those big blocks of letters where you have to find words spelled out in different ways, I always find myself in one of two scenarios. I can never find a word, and I'm looking for it for what seems like days on end, and either I get up and leave to go get a drink or go to the bathroom or something and come back and immediately find the word the moment I sit down. Or I don't do that, and I'm just sitting there scratching my head and wanting to punch myself in the face because I can't find this word and I feel like an idiot. And one of my friends will come by and look over their shoulder and go, "Oh, there's the word right there." And I just want to punch them in the face then because I've been working so hard trying to find this word. Clearly, I should be able to find it. Why can they see it the moment they look over their shoulder? Well, that's word search syndrome. And to me, that demonstrates the fact that when you just stop to think for a second or take a break, you can look at the world in a different way. And this can also be done by someone else showing you their perspective. Well, I had my big word search moment in life in high school. My church group went to Memphis, Tennessee to go re-roof houses for the poor. And I went begrudgingly, partly because my mom told me to, and partly because it would look good on our resume, and maybe partly because of some of the girls that were also going on the trip, but not because I wanted to help anybody. I simply didn't care. Um, and that's where I got my word search syndrome perspective, was on this trip. We were assigned to this tiny little house that belonged to this tiny little lady. The house was a complete mess, not just the roof, all parts of it, and the land around the house and her lawn, and the whole place was just crummy looking. And we worked on the roof all week in the middle of the summer. It was terrible work, and the lady never even came out of her house because she was so old and weak, and a big part of me felt almost spiteful or just depressed about the whole ordeal because it felt like I was polishing a turd. Like the rest of the house still looked like crap, and she won't even come outside to appreciate the roof, and it just seemed like it was a lost cause. But at the end of the week, we went back into the house, and the leader of the group gave her a Bible, and we all said, thank you for letting us work on your house. And the lady just broke down into tears and started hugging everyone, and she took the Bible and kissed it, and just wouldn't stop thanking us and telling us how much this meant something to her. And at that moment, I had this realization. I had a moment of clarity when I realized that we weren't out there re-roofing houses just to give people better roofs. We were out there re-roofing houses to help people and to let people know that someone still cared about them. And that's all that this lady wanted. We could have mowed her lawn or did any other number of good deeds toward her home or herself, and she would have been just as thankful. She was just happy that someone was there to care for her and to let her know that she was still loved. And that was not at all the way I was approaching the event. And from then on, I've looked at things thinking about, to a greater extent, what the other person is thinking and receiving. And it's really helped me to appreciate life more and understand what other people might be thinking.